I'm 82 years old, and my wife has been gone for 3 years now. Some mornings I still wake up reaching for her side of the bed, forgetting for a moment that there is no warmth there anymore. It's in those quiet seconds before memory catches up that the weight of everything I failed to understand comes crashing down. We were married for 54 years, 54 ordinary, complicated, imperfect years. And it was only after I lost her that I finally understood what love really means. These days, my house is too quiet. The clock in the hallway ticks louder than it ever did before. Her coffee mug still sits in the cabinet where she left it, the handle turned slightly to the right. I haven't moved it. I don't know if that's loyalty or cowardice. Maybe it's both. I spend a lot of time sitting by the window, watching people walk their dogs, couples holding hands, parents chasing toddlers down the sidewalk. I wonder how many of them think they'll have endless time. I thought I did. When you're young, even when you're middle-aged, time feels generous. You treat it like something that'll always refill itself. You put things off. You postpone conversations. You assume there will be better moments later. I lived most of my life inside that assumption. When I think back, there was no single terrible mistake, no dramatic betrayal, no explosive fights that ended everything. What I lost didn't disappear in a moment. It faded slowly, almost politely, in the background of everyday life. I met her when we were both in our early 20s. She worked at a small bookstore near my job. I used to stop by after work, pretending to browse just to see her smile. She had this quiet laugh, the kind that started in her chest before reaching her lips. It made everything feel calmer. We built a life the way most people do. Jobs, rent, bills, groceries, saving for a house, fixing leaks, arguing about money, planning for a future that always seemed just slightly out of reach. I worked long hours. I told myself I was doing it for us, for stability, for security. And maybe I was at first, but somewhere along the way, work became my excuse, my shield, my way of avoiding the harder work of being fully present. She would sit at the kitchen table waiting for me to come home, her dinner growing cold. I'd arrive late, tired, distracted, already thinking about the next day. She rarely complained. When she did, I brushed it off. I said things would slow down eventually. Eventually never came. I remember the small moments more clearly than the big ones. The evenings when she wanted to talk and I was too tired. The weekends when I chose errands over sitting beside her. The times she asked me to come to bed, and I said just a few more minutes, and stayed up for hours, chasing distractions that meant nothing. None of these felt cruel in the moment. They felt practical, necessary, harmless. That's how the distance grew, quietly, without drama, without warning. She stopped asking as much. I didn't notice when it happened. One day she was waiting for me. The next, she had learned how to fill the silence on her own. She took up gardening, then puzzles, then long walks by herself. I told myself she liked the independence. I told myself everything was fine. We still lived together. We still ate dinner at the same table. We still slept in the same bed. But something thin and fragile had started to stretch between us, a space I didn't know how to see until it was too late. There were moments when I felt it, like the time she tried to tell me about a woman at work who had lost her husband.
She spoke slowly, carefully, like she was choosing each word. I half listened, nodding while checking my phone. Later that night, I realized she had been talking about fear, about loneliness, about what it might feel like to lose someone after decades. I never followed up. Or the night she asked me, "Do you ever think about what happens when one of us is gone?" I laughed it off, told her she worried too much, said we had plenty of time. She went quiet after that. Not angry, just quiet. Years passed like that. Good years on the surface. We traveled a little, we hosted holidays, we watched our friends age one by one. Some got sick, some disappeared. Each time it made her cling to my arm a little tighter. I still believed I had time. Then she started getting tired. At first it was small things, needing to rest more, forgetting simple words, losing her appetite. We blamed age. We always blame age. It feels safer than fear. The diagnosis came on a Tuesday afternoon. I remember the smell of disinfectant in the hallway, the way her hand trembled in mine. The doctor spoke gently, but his words landed like stones. Advanced cancer. There were treatments, appointments, pills, scans, waiting rooms. I sat beside her, finally still, finally paying attention. For the first time in decades, nothing else mattered. But even as I held her hand through those long hours, I felt the weight of everything I hadn't given her before. Presence shouldn't arrive only when loss is near. At home, I started noticing the things I had ignored for years. The way she flinched when standing up, the quiet sounds she made in her sleep, the way she looked at me as if memorizing my face. One night she whispered, "I wish we had more time." I told her we did. I lied, even though I knew better. Her world shrank to that bedroom, and mine finally shrank to her. I fed her, bathed her, sat beside her while she drifted in and out of sleep. In those hours, I understood how deeply she had loved me, how patiently, how completely, and I realized how much of that love I had taken for granted. She died early one morning, just as the sky was starting to lighten. The room was quiet, no dramatic moment, no last speech, just a long breath, and then nothing. I held her hand for a long time after that. I kept waiting for warmth to return. It didn't. The days that followed felt unreal. People came, they brought food, they said kind things. I nodded and thanked them. But inside, everything was hollow. The house no longer felt like a home. It felt like a place where something precious had once lived. In the months after, I started replaying our life together. Not the big moments, the small ones. The evenings I could have stayed. The mornings I could have listened. The ordinary days that had once seemed endless. Love, I finally understood, isn't proven in grand gestures. It lives in attention, in patience, in showing up again and again, even when you're tired, especially when you're tired. I thought love was providing. I thought it was duty. I thought it was staying loyal and paying the bills and being responsible. Those things matter, but they are not the heart of it. The heart of it is presence. If you're listening to this and someone in your life is still there, breathing, waiting, hoping, don't assume you'll always have tomorrow. Tomorrow is a fragile promise. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to fix everything. You just need to be there. Sit, listen, hold their hand. Let the small moments matter. For me, the time to do that is mostly gone. Now I live with memory and silence and gratitude mixed with regret. If this story meant something to you, maybe share it with someone you care about, or sit with it for a while. That's enough. As for me, I'll keep sitting by this window, watching the world move forward, carrying her with me in the only way I still can.